Welcome to the Chef's Pantry and welcome back to my kitchen, you guys. I'm Anna Rossi and I'm so happy to have you back here because today we're making delicious meaty arayes with a fantastic tangy labneh and a beet tahini chopped salad. Say what? Say delicious. Okay, so basically what we're doing are making meaty Lebanese pita pockets stuffed with flavor-packed lamb. Then we're going to serve that on top of a tangy, really great labneh, which is kind of like a Greek yogurt, but even thicker and creamier. We're gonna add some fun flavor to that and then toss in all sorts of great fresh veggies. The thing I love about this dish is that this is absolutely just as delicious, cuddled around a cozy fire, watching your favorite game in the dead of winter as it is outside, served up on your grill. And I'm gonna give you some tips if you wanna pull it into the summer months too. So let's start with a great meat mixture. Literally, you guys, you could use anything that you love, whether it's your favorite beef with some great Worcestershire sauce, you could use ground turkey, fold in some feta, some grated apple maybe, even go vegan with some lentils, some black beans, really do a great mix here. But today we're working with lamb. I love lamb. It already has so much flavor. And I don't know about you, but when I see a good deal on meat, in this day and age, I'm always trying to stock up when I like the price per pound. And I love ground meat that's vac sealed in these little bricks like that because it can stack really nicely in my freezer. So that's what I've done here. I found it for a good price per pound a couple weeks ago. I pulled it out of the freezer, let it thaw. This is a pound of meat, and I'm gonna put this in a mixing bowl. And then we're going a little bit traditional Lebanese flavors today, but think about the flavors that you love with lamb. You could pull in some great oregano and thyme, maybe even a little bit of lemon zest in this meat mixture, but let me show you what I have prepared for us today. So loads of really great aromatic spices. I have some cumin, some coriander, some paprika, and a 5-spice mix. And the thing, you know me, I love about 5-spice mix is that that's literally 5 more spices that you get in one little jar. And every mixture is a little bit different. This one has some cinnamon, some coriander, a little bit of heat with some Szechuan pepper, and it's really nice. And it's interesting. I like my food to be very interesting. So we want to start to mix that in with the ground meat, and I'm using a fork intentionally initially to sort of keep things a little bit lofty and to try to not let the meat get too dense. It's already pretty dense in that vac sealed brick. Okay, I also have some freshly grated garlic. I love garlic. So you could use a clove. Here I've gone triple that, 3 cloves of fresh garlic. And then the other thing that I love is onion, but not just diced or minced onion, grated onion. And I love this particular box grater. It's by OXO. This is not a paid commercial for OXO, but it has this little bin. So when I'm doing meal prep, this morning I wanted to get a head start on things. I just set it in here, I grated it, popped it off, washed it up, and then it could store easily in there. But the thing that's really neat, you guys, when you grate an onion, is that it gets a little bit milky, and it's basically going to help act as like a liquid binding agent as you fold it into that meat. And it will allow you to really evenly incorporate into the ground meat mixture. And then of course, just like with anything, give it a nice seasoning with some salt. And I have always on hand a little bit of pepper, but I like a little bit of heat because I think it really pulls out flavor. So I have my favorite red pepper, which is an Aleppo pepper that has that floral note and a little bit of complexity and smokiness. That's my go-to, but traditional red pepper flakes are also really great. And then let's fold in some fresh herbs. We're going to be stuffing this meat mixture into pita pockets and pan grilling them inside on this chilly day. So getting a little bit of fresh greenery like some spunky parsley like this is going to be really nice. That fresh with that fatty seared meat and loads of aromatic flavor. It's going to be super nice. And then of course, you could go ahead and finely mince the stems of the parsley and use that in a chopped salad, which we'll do in a little bit, or give it to your chickens or pop it into the compost. Try to avoid tossing your food scraps into the landfill. It will really cut down on your garbage each week. Okay, so chopped parsley. Let me give it actually like a little bit finer chop, because I would ideally like to see, actually me, I'm a mom, so I know my kids ideally would like to not see many green flecks. So the smaller they are, the easier it is to make this as family friendly as possible. And those who know, right? Okay, in it goes. And now I love cooking on my induction cooktop. And one thing that I do very carefully is also use one of my favorite types of cookware, which is a cast iron. So this is my Lodge cast iron pan, and the thing with glass cooktops is you just want to be really careful. This isn't this is like a big bad boy that could go out on your grill, so move it around carefully, but it conducts heat so efficiently, and it really gives you not only that beautiful crust on the meat when you're grilling it or pan searing it, but it also distributes the heat really efficiently. So give it a chance to preheat. I'm just going to go ahead and flip this around. I'm going to go ahead now and get my hands into this. And then this will get ready to stuff into the most delicious pita. So picking the right pita, my friends, is very important, and not all pita are created equal. So I like my pita for this dish to be puffy and to have like a nice little bounce to it, not too thin, something that has structure to it that can handle being packed. And if you guys are really passionate about your pita, like I am, and you're in Boston, there is an amazing fast casual Israeli restaurant that pumps out pita like nobody's business. It's called Miznon, and it's absolutely so mouthwatering. And of all places, I think that they have one of the best hamburgers or cheeseburgers in Boston. Think smash burger, but then they fold the cheese and it gets that little crispy edge, and they pack it into a pita, and it's really great. So what I like, I get these at Whole Foods, are Angel Bakeries. A great company that has roots from Jerusalem, and they're really great. So they're a little bit puffy and delightful. Okay, so I'm going to have these, and then we're going to stuff them. And then after we stuff them, we'll turn them into little quarters. So here you'll reveal the pocket very delicately. And I have 4 halves now, so I'll divide the meat into 4 so I can keep things pretty even. Okay, like that. Oh, hey, also, you know what? If you're uncertain about your flavorings, like how you seasoned your meat, and you're not sure if you want to fully commit to cook the dish all the way through, you know what you can do is throw just a quarter-size bit of your meat mixture into the skillet, cook it off, and taste it. It's like a novel idea. So then you know if it's been seasoned to your liking, and you can be confident when you go to prepare your meal, and of course not consume raw meat. Okay, see, I've created a nice little boundary and flat surface right along the side. I'll go ahead and stuff these other 3. So here we have our packed halves. Each one has about 1/4 pound of meat in it. And now I'm going to halve the halves to make quarters. So the reason why I stuffed the halves first before slicing it is that it just lets you keep them a little bit tidier. So you can loosely fuss with it to make it nice and even. So these are going to be our 2 sides to sear. Now, if you really want to level up your ground lamb meat mixture, you know what else would be so delicious in here is just about 2 to 4 ounces of ground bacon. You get a little bit of smokiness, you get a little extra fat content, and it would serve you well when it hits you on that cast iron pan. Okay, so the cast iron pan I have at about medium-high heat. I dropped it a little bit because it was starting to smoke, which I don't need. Okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil, but grapeseed oil would also be really good in there. It has a higher smoke point, which is not a bad thing. And the cast iron skillet almost has a nonstick quality to it. So this is just going to help amplify that flavor and also give the bread some opportunity to soak in some great stuff. If you're doing this outside on your grill, I am so excited for you right now. And obviously you can't lay olive oil on your grill grates. So what you're going to want to do is create a little dish and dip your little quarter into the olive oil, then put it on the grill. Okay, here we go. Now you want to cook your ground lamb to about 160 degrees so it is safe to eat. And the coolest thing is, this is how you make basically these pita hamburgers. It's that easy. We're going to cook them on both of the meaty sides. Give it a flip after about 3 to 4 minutes. Keep an eye, keep your nose on guard, and then serve them up. I have a thermometer on hand to just make sure we reach food safe temperature. And then also try not to fuss with it. Let them sit. Let them have their moment flat on that cast iron skillet, and that's how you're going to eliminate the tearing of the meat and get that really great surface. So let's go ahead, cook these. They'll take about 6 minutes or so until it reaches about 160 degrees, but let the thermometer be your guide. When we come back, let's lay down the delicious labneh. I have it all ready for us and bring in some really big flavor. I'll see you in just a few. Okay, just really quick, I want you to know how much it means to me that you're joining me in the kitchen, and I want to know you are here. So drop a comment down below, say hi, let me know you stopped by. Also, give this a like, and my guess is you're a foodie and probably have some friends that might want to gather a recipe or two to add to their kitchen repertoire. So share it. Also, hey, if you have any brands, products, recipe ideas, ingredients that you think we should try right here in the chef's pantry, I want to know. Okay, let's get back into the kitchen. Welcome back to the chef's pantry. I'm just having a moment with our little miniature Sydney Opera House homage here with our lamb-packed pita arayes. These have had about 4 minutes on that one side, and you can see that unbelievable texture and gorgeous caramelized browning that's happened on that flat surface. We just gave them a little flip, and then the great thing is we gave it the base of olive oil. But honey, that meat is rendering, that cast iron pan is doing its job, and I'm getting really excited. So I love accoutrement when it comes to food, especially like when I think burgers, I like all the fixings, but we're gonna have so much fun. Okay, so have you ever worked with labneh? It's kind of like Greek yogurt plus. It is thick, it's creamy, it's a yogurt that's been strained, so it has this really decadent, thick, velvety consistency, almost like a soft cheese. Look at that. I mean, that's like something that I would say visually reminds me of like a creme fraiche or almost like a mascarpone. You could use Greek yogurt if you can't find labneh, but this is located like in a Whole Foods or specialty market around the sour cream and cottage cheese and all those great things. Okay, so to build a home for these delicious bites, I'm gonna have some really fun creating a little bit of drama on a little bit of platter. I wish that this platter was a darker color, don't you? Like it would just be like a little more of a sensational pop that I'm kind of feeling right now. Okay, I'm gonna drop the temperature just a little bit because I'm really smelling these and they smell amazing, but I wanna make sure that because it's dense that I'm giving the chance for like that meatball basically to really cook through on the inside. Eyes, ears, nose, use your senses, right? Okay, so here we have the base. You could use Greek yogurt if you can't find the labneh, and then I'm gonna give it a nice little blitz of extra virgin olive oil. Okay, butter boards. That was so 2022. Sorry, you're a big fan. Try taking this for a spin. You've got the smear, like we loved about it, right? And that visual property. Where did I put my salt? You know what? Here it is. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little sprinkle of salt and a little bit of heat with that pepper, and then also just a little bit of paprika. Just like a light little, not light, feathering of paprika. Go light. It should just really be a dusting if you have a little bit more control and refinement. And then I went ahead and used a vegetable peeler to julienne some cucumber, but this is bright, it's fresh. It would even be fun if you had the bandwidth to pickle this in a little apple cider vinegar with a little blitz of sugar and some salt. That would be really nice. Maybe throw in some red onion and pickle that as well too, but that brightness of acidity paired with the meat would be really great. But we didn't do that in raw. It's great. These are chilled, watery, and a nice contrast to what we have there. And then I'm having some fun with color. So I found some greenhouse tomatoes here. I loved that medley with the orange, the golden yellow, and of course the red little cherries in there. And you know what I love? Are caper berries. I love capers, but capers are the bud of the caper bush. And they're more common, like you see them in the chicken piccata. I love to fry them, but caper berries are the fruit of the plant. And this is what they look like. You see them sometimes on fancy little charcuterie boards. And then I just went ahead and sliced these up. I'm gonna put a couple on here too, because I thought it would be fun to sort of have some mix and match flavors, but then I'm going to add some into our little chopped salad that we're doing. But again, texture, flavor, a lot of different things going on. And then use some parsley if you have that working around. I'm gonna go ahead and add dill. And anytime I add dill, I just want my husband, AJ, to really hear me. I love dill, and it's not because I know he doesn't like dill that I add dill. I'm doing it because I like it, and I'm the one making dinner. I love you, honey. Okay, let's take a look. Should we take a look at the temperature just to be certain? I'm actually curious because I kind of let my nose do the talking. Okay, so this is like 116. You know what you could do at this point if you're really liking the look of this, which I am. I think that looks perfect. I'll put this in the oven that I have preheated to 350 and just let it bake for a couple minutes to round out that flavor. You could also toss it on its side so you don't continue to brown the meat, and it'll be delicious. Okay, let's give that a couple minutes, then we'll bring it to the board. Okay, these are looking unbelievable. The thing that's so cool about cooking basically the burger in the pita is that you're keeping all that great flavor in the bread. Look at that sponginess and all that juice. And I love how even the bread has created that like caramelized like brulee texture on there. I'm having a moment with this. It's so great. Okay, obviously, you're doing this for game day, you're doing this for a great little backyard grill party. Do a huge board, do a huge platter. Feel free to keep the things separate. But you know what else I also like as a lady is keeping things small and manageable so I can enjoy all that rich flavor, but not have like something massive that I have to contend with. Okay, so this is how I would serve it up. Have that nice little spreading spoon on the side. Maybe want to just give it one more extra kiss of extra virgin olive oil, and that is looking like I'm really happy to see you. I hope you're happy to see me too. Okay, stick around because I'm gonna whip up a delicious chopped salad with a really good homemade dressing that's a great pairing for this. I'll be right back. Okay, just really quick, I want you to know how much it means to me that you're joining me in the kitchen, and I want to know you are here. So drop a comment down below, say hi, let me know you stopped by. Also, give this a like, and my guess is you're a foodie and probably have some friends that might want to gather a recipe or two to add to their kitchen repertoire. So share it. Also, hey, if you have any brands, products, recipe ideas, ingredients that you think we should try right here in the chef's pantry, I want to know. Okay, let's get back into the kitchen. Hey, welcome back to the chef's pantry. Look what we made. We made lamb arayes, or meat-packed pitas, with a beautiful labneh that's packed with accoutrement, like tomatoes and all these great fresh veggies. So now let's make a side salad. And let's appreciate all the color here. It's like the rainbow. Okay, so I have some really delicious fresh hearty veggies for this chopped salad. And I don't know about you, but I feel like when a salad is chopped or shredded, it's just that much easier to inhale it in great volume, and then I really feel good afterward. But one thing that makes it delicious is having a homemade dressing. So keeping with this flavor profile and things that work well together, thinking about sauces and spreads and dips, is a delicious tahini dressing. So this is something that you can find. This tahini, basically it's toasted sesame seeds that are emulsified, and it has this really rich, nutty flavor that is very unique and specific and delicious. So you could make a basic tahini dressing with some lemon juice, a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, but we're gonna go chef's pantry style and add a little bit of color in the form of beet. So you could roast your beets, you could boil beets, but I'm cheating today. And again, found these at a really great price at the market. They're, I don't know what they did, boiled or roasted, but they're already peeled. So it cuts down the fuss and the mess because beets are pack like a lot of color. So I'm gonna put one beet in my food processor and I'm gonna give it a little spin. Start to break it down. You can give it a little chop ahead if you want. And then let's add some flavor. Cumin and coriander, that's going to speak to some of the flavors that we have in our lamb mixture and do really well paired with the tahini flavor. A little bit of salt and then loads of lemon juice. This is about the juice of 2 lemons. I'm going to put about half in now and then I'm going to reserve some taste and throttle the remainder based on my preference. I like things that are really acidic. And then we're going for a really nice emulsification. You could do this by hand, especially if you're not adding the beets, but having the food processor is going to give you a really nice fine consistency that will make this perfect for a dressing. Okay, how about a little bit of fresh garlic? I just went with a clove here, but having that little touch of that pepperiness that you even get with the garlic is really nice. And then a splash of water. I'm gonna keep a little extra water on hand so that can, in addition to the lemon juice without adding flavor, create that perfect consistency. And then already you see that gorgeous garnet color seeping through the tahini. That looks really good. And the more you emulsify it, the prettier pink it's going to be. Okay, let's give it a taste. Let me grab my little tasting spoon. Excuse me, sweetheart. Let's see. Oh, it's like a little bit nutty. It's a little bit bitter, which I really like. And it has this really great roasted quality and something that I want to smear on that as well. I'm going to go for it and put all that lemon juice in there. A little quarter teaspoon of honey to balance out those roasted nutty notes would also be really great. And that color, that perfect Valentine pink is exactly where I want to see it. That is a gorgeous looking beet tahini dressing. Okay, fresh tasting spoon. That is so good. Wow. I love how lemon, it's almost like you're not getting more lemon, you're getting more flavor. It's like one of those supporting cast members that let everybody shine. Okay, here I've chopped half a head of romaine. And then I like to do my rinsing after I've gone ahead and chopped it, so it doesn't have as much work to do to get all the little bitsies of unmentionables out that you don't want in your salad. Give it a spin. And the thing with a chopped salad is just taking a little bit of time to finely chop your ingredients. There's something about a fine consistency in your vegetables that kind of makes everybody friends in the bowl. So while lettuce may be the starting point, we're not going to stop there. So today, and this is really a great salad with a great dressing that you can use to clean out your refrigerator. I have some cucumber, and if you're making this ahead, if you're getting things ready for the kids before they get home from sports practice or whatever, this is something I like to do is lay things out. Here I have some fennel bulb that I finely diced, remove the core and finely diced, some red pepper. It's just lay things out and then toss at the very last. Some red pepper, I had one last lingering lonely pepper that I thought needed a home, and some red onion. I don't think I'm gonna use all of that. And then herbs. Use herbs like salad greens. So remember I said I was gonna save those stems of the parsley? They have all that great parsley flavor, but they're a little bit watery and they have a little bit of structure to them. So they're a really great salad addition. And they're green, they're leaves. Use them in a salad, it's delicious. And then remember those caper berries. Here we have them ready to sing and dance in there, and some olives. Again, very forgiving, having a lot of fun with all those great flavors, all the great color. and really taking advantage of things that might be just about to pass in your refrigerator or that really make you happy. And then one tip that I love is giving that little dressing a smear on the outside. Again, this is a great thing if you're not going to sit down immediately. Add a little drama around the bowl so you don't have to let the lettuce leaves wilt prematurely. I'm gonna save a little extra because I think some of that would be fun to toss. And then should we give it a little spin? Look at that. Oh, just like fresh veggies, especially this time of year. Just, I think, make those long nights that much shorter. Look at the red, the pink, the purple, the green, so much color. Big, big flavor too. Okay, I'm hungry. Can I have a bite too? Okay, let's have a little taste of what we created here. Add in some salad. We like it. Those olives, that brininess of the caper berries. Let me grab a fork. And I am dying to get into this. Wow, look at that. Right through the center, right there. Okay, take a bite. Oh, you mark that tahini for all the good things, all that great meat. Oh my God. Unbelievable.